Alright, now we're on episode 3 of our commentary here, third episode of the Abridged series. And obviously the intro's been Christmas themed. Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, well, Santa Claus, bring my baby back. And here's that second intro with SpongeBob. Because, of course, I believe I've released this like the week of Christmas, and I also made that, Merry Christmas and djufu video. King Ramses theme. I don't. Unless you're easily scared by, like, things, don't look them up. It's not worth it. Here's our awesome intro again. Still find it hard to believe I'm actually watching all of these. Okay, we're just waiting for it to hurry up. Actually, I ran out. Nope, you can see it there. There's the little marker with the lower quality on re-exported data from Movie Maker. That basically makes you think, yeah, I suck. The grill in the computer gets a name. Another example of my terrible spelling. I actually didn't realize that until my cousin pointed out. First time I used some other voice right here. Right here. First time Godzilla 419 makes an appearance in my Abridged series. This is actually probably the best gag right here in this episode. But I must say that episode 3, in contrast to the previous two, is definitely a lot better. Well, in contrast to the previous two, it's definitely a lot better. So, more Zelda music. But number 4, that one, in my opinion, just kind of blows as well. I think I kind of blame that on just the idea that, like, the ending just kind of got weird. Then episode 5 kind of, like, it starts out good, but then goes downhill. 6 is just awful, and 7 is, like, that's when I peaked out. And that's when I just broke all the others into glass. And 7 was made out of steel until, well, 8 and 9 kind of dragged it down. 8 dragged it back down. Then 9 was kind of like halfway to where 7 was. Then 10 just blew them all out of the water, and from episode 10 onward I've been going up because 11 was like that was like the best one I've ever made thus far, and hopefully 12 can continue that. Another thing too, I'm like just stealing from Ocarina of Time is It's like, as Alita here is going to each different sector, I'm like giving them names like you would when you first walk into a place in the Legend of Zelda game. I don't get that. Supposedly from all the comments I've read, my portrayal of making Herb, making Herb and Nicholas be like, Steve Urkel from Family Matters, and the guy next to him, Eddie Winslow from Family Matters as well. Apparently that got positive reaction from people that watched it, but I don't know, I'm not sticking with it. When they reappear in episode 12, they're going to be different. Poor joke. At this point, the episode is kind of like fluctuating between terrible and watchable. This is probably my funniest part here. Writing this shit down? Oh my god, I'm going to kick your ass. Are you kidding me? This is a good stuff I can use to make a Abridged series on YouTube. Great, another Abridged. Just what the world There's my grandfather's voice again. That is probably the most commonly used theme in the series. And we just cut back to Orc and Yumi, and actually this part's pretty funny right here. And 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Well, obviously I don't need to tell you what they're doing if you know the music. Which the reaction kind of like really implies that they did it. And there's a stupid Windows Live Movie Maker again. And actually, no, that was Windows Movie Maker. I believe actually that title right there I did Movie Maker. Live Movie Maker, because or to get these episodes in HD on YouTube, I always had to re-export them out in Movie Maker and then export them out in full HD in Windows Live Movie Maker. And that's what would go on YouTube, that version. And I think I put those in during that for some reason, I don't know. Ugh. Actually, right there's a little continuity error, just for this is for the Code Lyoko, the series in itself, not the abridged series. In first and second season of Code Lyoko, when the towers are not activated, they have like a blue smoke going around them. Well, in this prequel, which is supposed to take place before the first episode, in episode 1, they're white when they're not activated. And if you've seen the series, all the towers are by default white when they're not activated. Are by default white when they're not activated from the very end of season 2 onward. So that's just. Then again, I think I just blamed that, and they just had like all that stuff in their computers at Moonscoop or whatever, and they just forgot to go and reprogram for this one episode. But it's no big deal. Yeah, it's also something you'd only notice if you've watched every single episode over 200 times like me, and you're an absolute diehard fan who plans to one day turn into a live-action film that doesn't insult your intelligence and is true to the series and doesn't suck.
God damn it. God damn it. I'm still a freaking cat.
Pretty sure I said something else the first time, another C word right there for the first when I first recorded this, but I don't even remember anymore. Alright, this part made no sense whatsoever, but then again, does anything in this ever make sense? Again, I'd never even explained this thing whatsoever, it just sort of happens. Another thing to add too is in the newer episodes, I'm finding it more and more difficult to really make the series funny by not including Lyoko. By including Lyoko, or I just always seem to run out of time. Because like in the recent episodes, you might notice that they never go to Lyoko, it's always in the real world. Well, another reason for that is that editing, they're making them look like that's what they're actually, like what I'm saying is what they're actually saying is much more difficult when they're three-dimensional. But I'm going to try, not episode 12, the script's already written in. They don't go to Lyoko in that one, but episode 13 I'm going to really try to get them back on Lyoko and then try and have them at least appear in there at least once from there on. Or if it's going to be a two-parter episode like 12 and 13 will be, then it'll be in the later one. And here we go, another big Legend of Zelda reference coming up right here.
Guys, there's something coming towards you and I can give no more assistance to you at all in the event that you go into a boss battle, so be careful.
That's a little nod to the fact that Navi can't help you when you fight Ganondorf and Ocarina of Time. And then when she can help you, you click for Words of Wisdom, as the game calls it. I don't know what his weakness is. Oh yeah, thanks for the fucking help, dumbass. But enough of that. I'm surprised I didn't use the Ganondorf theme here. But music in a whole, it was just being overused extensively. We're just continuing on here. Or killed one. Yippee. Though that is something you probably would have to do if you were Link and you had to fight these guys in Legend of Zelda. I just can totally see like you zoom in, then like you have to roll underneath it, then quickly click another button, then quickly swing the Wii remote up so you do a backflip over it, then stab it. I just totally see that something you'd have to do. Yeah, hold on. Shit. Whatever. Bad lip syncing. What the? God. It really makes you wonder. Did I even consider, like, even trying to make these, like, the... Well, obviously I did Code Lyoko because my abridged series of Teen Titans was Dead is Dead. I mean, I did it in the first episode. I couldn't even bear to do it anymore, and I still did it for 4 more episodes. Then I did Code Lyoko because, for one thing, like Teen Titans, I only did because I used to watch the series all the time when it was on. Then it died out for me when that was over, and I got into Avatar for like big time. And at the time, I was already a Code Lyoko fan. And I only had a resurgence. Wait, hold on, I'll continue that in a second. That number right there is supposed to be an estimated amount of how many episodes I would actually be doing. Though I'm pretty sure the way the story's going now, I've cut that like down to half. If I was going to do 200 episodes of this series, it would not be done till at least 2020 on how many episodes I release a year. So that means I have to get a year where I release 100 episodes. And that's just not going to happen. That or I'd have to like just start releasing these things like every day, and they'd just be complete and utter pieces of crap. There's that white tower. Alright, but, what the hell is that? Damn, I don't remember what the hell I was talking about earlier, and I don't really feel like stopping to rewind this, but, the adventure continues, because at that point the prequel is over, and the next episode's a real thing, Oh yeah, I was talking about my interest in Teen Titans. Well, because of Tenny Brum, he like sent me a video, Raven, Angel of Darkness, a music video using the song, and this will probably continue to over in episode 3, in the 4, whatever. So, well, he sent me that, and I had a sudden resurgence in Teen Titans. And hold on, this is gonna cut off now.